Hi, everyone. Oh, hang on. Oh, yeah, light's iffy. I'm going to put light on 1 sec. There. I don't get previews with this webcam, so it's hard to know. If anyone comes in, tell me if you can hear me, because this is a total experiment again. I have no idea what's going on. I'm going to put this down so you can see what I'm doing. It's just a tad. That might be better. Oops. There. Pins. Hi, Brenda. Can you hear me? Great, thank you. I've no idea what happened about 2 weeks ago. Not a clue. I've done this all exactly the same way since, I don't know, January, maybe even Christmas. I don't remember when I started doing it this way, but yeah, same way. All of a sudden, 2 weeks ago, nada. Okay, let me get a bit more sewn here while people are coming in. Hi, Kathy. I think Joe's just finishing up her live, so I think more people might join us a bit later. I got my pin thing up here. That's why I'm reaching across. I guess I could put it there. Doesn't matter, whatever. I'll show you guys what I'm doing in a second. It's a pre-printed batting that I'm sewing onto. Hey, Terry. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. I'm working on a video for this project, actually, but I thought I would just do these borders with you today. You'll see the whole thing eventually. Can you hang on there? Can you guys see that? Just a minute. That's. Can you see the sort of pattern looking? It's really hard to get it in the right angle for the camera. Is that okay? See, it's like herringbone. It's kind of like foundation paper piecing, except you're doing it on the batting, not on paper, but it's kind of the same principle. Sew it on the line and flip it over. Although the lines on here are placement lines, and then you just do your 1/4 inch seam. It's one of those June Taylor, just a second, I was back, yeah, June Taylor Quilt As You Go. And some of you know Allison, she's the moderator for Mom and Pop. She sent me this because some of her friends, the moderators, Allison lives in California. So Laura Lynn from Mom and Pop Quilt Shop has gone down there to visit. And Lois, who's one of her moderators, I think Lois lives in Florida. So she's gone to California. And Tracy Probus has gone from the UK. And they left on the 1st. So they're still there, I think, for another week. I'm not sure. But they're all doing this. And actually, Allison texted me a picture of Lois finishing up the binding on hers. So when I put my video together, I'll put it in there. Most of you would know Lois, and Lois has appeared on camera before because she went to visit Laura Lynn. So I'm sure she doesn't mind it if she appears in my video. Not that you can really see your close either, because Allison kind of took it from far away and focused it on the runner. So Terry says, yes, Joe just ended. And I happened to check who was on, yeah. No, Terry, the batting comes marked up. It comes like this. And it gives you it gives you very good instructions, actually. I was quite impressed. It shows exactly what to do, cut how many pieces you have to cut at whatever length. And you're supposed to be using June Taylor starch and all that, whatever. I'm not doing that. But you're not really supposed to iron it. So I'm rolling the seams open with this little doodad. So let me get this one sewn on, and then I'll move the camera and back up. So hopefully you can see the whole thing. I didn't have enough to do both pink and both blue, so that's why there's one each. But there's one more border on the outside, and those two are both going to be green. And then I think I have enough black that I can do that for the binding. Come on. And I'm using a white tone on tone for the backing. There's not a huge pattern on it. It looks kind of like leaves, sort of. Brenda says, I love a good doodad. Yeah, me too. I hope to still keep on my regular Zoom schedule, but I did start university classes this week. So I have assignments and things I have to do. I'm pretty sure I can still work around them, but there may be a time where I have to not do live. And if I don't do it, that'll be why. And also 2 weeks from now is the 22nd. And that is the day before my mom and dad's big 60th anniversary bash the next day. So I might have too much to do that day to go live. I mean, I started at 8:30, so I can probably do it okay, but just so you guys know what's going on. And the reason I'm doing the course is because I've been getting emailed that the local library system needs library technicians. So that's the course I'm doing. And the travel business is iffy, particularly what's going on in the world. And I'm sorry, my American friends, what's going on there. Some of you may have saw my post last week. I'm not getting into it here for obvious reasons because this is inclusive and I don't judge anybody. You're all my friends. I don't care where you live. We're in the quilting community together. We're in the cross-stitch community together. And yes, those overlap. I've got a lot of friends in the crafting community that overlaps with both of them. I have friends in the traveling community. It doesn't matter where you live. And we all help each other out. Now, speaking of, that's the other thing. Some of you guys have been watching me with the Quilters Challenge. I got lots more subscribers, which is great. I'm glad people are joining me. But I'm also in the Quilting 101 that Donna's doing, Handmade by Ying. And this past Wednesday was Sean, the guy who sews. He did his. And what you're supposed to do is say the next person. So he mentioned me. So my video for that is coming out next Wednesday. And then I got to mention Donnell Stitching, Donnell Stitchery. I forget her channel name exactly, but you all know Donnell. And then she's the week after me. And then I've got another one on in the summer, but that'll come on later. Okay, I'm just about done the end of this. Hold on. Okay, let's go back just a touch to make sure. I'm not doing a huge back stitch, like one stitch, basically. Okay. Let me trim my threads. Whoops. Get up there, you. Oop. Okay. Okay. What's going on with chat? Yeah, so Terry says to Brenda, yeah, they come in handy. Okay, I'm going to put the camera up because I have to try to back up here and see so you guys can see this, what I've done so far. Yikes. So who's ever here and watches the replay get a sneak peek of what the runner's going to look like before I do my video. I'll put that up next week one day. See when I have time to edit. Okay. Can you get the idea? Okay. I'm trying to chair in the way. There, is that better? I used all the light colors from the jelly roll, basically. This was left over from that bag I made, which I'm using to trek stuff back and forth because I have to take the campus shuttle between the two colleges. One here, like right near where I live, and the other one's in Abbotsford. But I have to go to Abbotsford for one class, so there's the blue one on. I haven't rollered it yet, obviously. So the pink one's sort of this like dusty pink color. I'll get it on to show you. And then I got a bunch of black, kind of like this black print, but slightly different. That's going to be the binding. So far, that's where we're at. So let me sit back down and roller this before I sew the other one on. Okay. If I have time, I'll press the other strips and do them on too. The first border is skinny, so I actually have to cut the jelly roll. But these are supposed to be 2.5, so. Okay, and this roller doodad works not bad, actually. I should probably do it this way, actually. Yeah, but yeah, I was doing it up on the table earlier, and it was better. This table is a little slippery. There, if I just do that, a little bit at a time, kind of pull it open with my fingers, and if you pull it open, it kind of sticks to the batting. So I've sort of been doing like, smooth it out kind of thing. Smooth it a bit, and then roller it. I have seen other people do June Taylor things. Like there's different patterns that she does. They're all pre-printed. I think I might have seen a couple at Fabricland. I just wasn't interested in them. But since Allison sent me this, I'm like, I'll give it a go. Sure. So let's put it on my coffee table. I think it's cute. And thank you. Oh, Gladys. Oh, thanks, Gladys. Thanks for joining us. She says pretty colors. Yeah, I thought they were springy, I have to go and do an activity for school after this, but I was thinking of waiting and doing it in early afternoon. Usually there's not any interruption I can deal with at that point in time, so I can sit at the laptop for half an hour to 40 minutes and do what I need to do. Come on. Okay, I don't know if you can see this. You can see where the printed line is, right? Is that clear enough, everybody? So as I put this down, you can actually see that this strip extends over that line. Now, I was super careful when I was doing these herringbones to lay them on that printed line, because that's what the instructions say, just to make sure that they're lined up properly. I've been fudging these borders a little bit, and they were okay. Like basically, I didn't even line this border up on the line here. I just lined it up on the edge of that border. And I made sure that it was straight, and I double checked the lines before I sewed it and pinned it. Like I didn't just slap it on there. I was careful. Hi, Alex. Thanks for joining. So if I line the green strip up, technically I should line it up on the line, which is about there. I'm not quite a 1/4 inch. It's maybe scant. It's over. So it appears to be fine if I lay it on, if I match the edges of the strip, because once I go over the 1/4 inch, I'm kind of on the line. So I don't know. I don't think I'm finding the borders are just, you kind of just do it, but I was very careful doing these and they worked out fine. So let me switch it around. Like I've even seen, I think, maybe it wasn't June Taylor though. Hang on, before I go and say that. Somewhere I saw pre-printed batting for doing quilts as you go to make a bag of some kind. Maybe. I don't think I'm making that up. I'm pretty sure I saw it somewhere. Or maybe I saw someone making one. I can't remember exactly. But I sort of, you sort of go, oh, that's cool. And then don't think about it, right? So, yeah, I can't remember. And I was careful before I started this to test where exactly the scant 1/4 inch was on my walking foot, just to make sure. Because that's kind of a thing that the pattern is kind of specific about. So I was cautious with that. Okay, now let me just go. I am doing a little back tacks just to like one stitch. Yes, it makes a bit of a snaggly thing on the back, but I'm going to put binding around it, so I don't care. Okay, let's roll it up. So what everybody else doing? What are you up to on the weekend? Mother's Day in Canada and the US this weekend on Sunday. I got to talk to my kids because they usually buy me hanging baskets every year for Mother's Day. So we got to maybe go do that tomorrow. And my daughter and I are doing the Run for Mom. We're not running it. It's 5 kilometers along the river. I'll do my best to film. We'll see how that goes. Daughter and I and a couple of friends, we're just going to walk the whole thing. So, oh, hey, Mona, thanks for coming in. Brenda says okay, hang on, I'm coming in closer for the chat. Okay, GE Designs has started the pre-printed batting. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, thanks, Brenda. Maybe that's what I saw before. I'm pretty sure it was a bag of some kind. If anybody finds this and wants to give it a go, it is relatively easy to do. Just pay attention to the cutting instructions and make sure your 1/4 inch is good, and just go slowly and carefully and you'll be fine. It's not that hard. I've been doing mine over the course of like a week actually more like 2 weeks now, just because I've been busy. But this is the kind of thing you could probably knock it out in a weekend if you just did nothing else, most likely. I started before the ladies even went to California to see Allison. And then I got bogged down in busy in school and I just didn't finish it. So, but I'm not sure. I haven't actually looked at Allison's channel. Maybe she's putting all of them doing theirs on her channel. So I will, if you guys know her, but I'll tag her in the description box when I put this video of me making this whole thing up. Okay. Oh, hey, John, Dice Craft too. Woo! Good to see ya. I'm so glad to see my quilting friends. I'm so sorry what happened 2 weeks ago. I haven't got the faintest idea. Stupid sound. Whatever, up and running again. John's working from home, so he's watching me in the background. Awesome. How's our time doing? Okay, only 10 to 9. Okay, let me get this strip done, and then I might heat the iron up. I just want to press the other greens. This is the fabric. It's kind of a olivey green, sort of. It's really bad lighting in here. That looks like it's dark green. It's not. I'll switch the camera around to the ironing board, and then maybe you can see better. I'm getting stymied by the sun coming in the window too much again, too, because it's not a bad day today. Last weekend was so hot. Oh my goodness. We had like a little heat wave. I think we got to 30. That's Celsius, by the way. Last Sunday, we had people over because it was my mom's birthday. So we had family over for dinner, and we all had to sit inside in the air conditioning because it was stifling out. And there was hardly any breeze either. That was a bit crazy. But at least tomorrow is going to be decent that we can walk around by the river. The proceeds of this run thing go to the local hospital for the maternity unit. I've done it before, a few years back. So we're happy about that. If it was going to be pouring rain, I wasn't going to go. I would just consider my money a donation and call it a day. But it looks like the weather will cooperate. So I don't think we can bring the dogs, though. I think that's too many people. They'll just get too freaked out. They won't like it. Oh, actually, I do need to tell you guys something about that. What's up? Just let me get this done here. 1 second. Just in case I have to do a really sad post at some point in time, you guys will know. Okay. All right. Okay, so there's that one. And then I'll talk to you guys while I roller. Let me move the camera 1 second. Okay. I don't think it's bad to have two different colors. It'll be okay. It's all the same jelly roll line anyway. Okay, 1 sec. What? There we go. You're back on me again. Okay, so a couple weeks ago, Ferris didn't really seem to want to be eating. He's one of our Bernese Mountain Dogs. We got him as a puppy in 2020. And we're not sure what was going on because he gets a lot of tartar, and sometimes if it bugs him, he doesn't want to eat because his teeth hurt. You know, it's hard to crunch the kibbles. So we sort of thought that was it. So our daughter's a vet tech, so she just took him with her to work, and they also checked out all through, they did ultrasound like through his innards and stuff and didn't seem to find much of anything. So she took him back last Friday to knock him out and get all the gunk off his teeth. Well, they did another ultrasound and x-rays, and there is a mass in one of his lungs. Not sure what it is. And we're not going to do biopsy and all that and find out, because whatever the outcome is for that, we cannot do anything about it anyway. So he seems to be fine. His usual perky self. Anyone who's been around my channel for a while will have seen video of him. And in the last 2 years of Henry as well, because we adopted Henry. So he's on a steroid, which is helping him eat, and his teeth are clean, which will also help because he's not owie. So that was definitely part of the issue. So we don't really know what's going to happen. Maybe all will be well. Maybe he will be good for a little while, and then he won't be. We just don't know. So there's your heads up. Hello, Deb. Thank you very much for joining. Thank you, Kathy. Yeah, I just wanted you guys to be aware of the heads up just in case. Ferris is 5.5. And Bernie's mountain dogs generally don't live all that long. We were lucky to get 10.5 years out of Max, but the last year was kind of an off because he wasn't in great shape for the last year of his life. Okay, there. Enough. Okay, enough of the depressing. That's it. Just your heads up. So let's get that back down there. Thank you, Deb. Yeah, I know it's not great. There, 2 borders. Looks okay. Actually, you can see it relatively good on the table if I move back and forth. So let's see if I put this green there. That's a little better in color. Slightly. It's lighter than it looks on camera. Okay, I gotta press those though. They've been all in a pile sitting here on my table because I wasn't sure if I was gonna get to them. So, uno momento. I'm gonna have to turn the fan off though because I don't have that many plugs. Although I think the laptop has a decent battery for a little bit. I've been taking it to class and I'm pretty good for most of the class. We have like the college has like an online university, actually University of Fraser Valley. It has an online desktop thing to use for like if you want to viewing a class activity or whatever, we all just load it up on our laptop or our tablet or whatever we brought to class and do it that way. Yeah, sorry, you're a little far away, but I don't have that much room on the table to bring the camera closer. So yeah, just line that up, put that way, do 2 at a time. Get the iron hot enough oven. What I'm talking about. Been a long week. I think my brain has done more than its usual fair share this week. But school is interesting. So for the binding, I've got this jelly roll, the black print that's in exactly the same as the little border. And I have, this isn't a full jelly roll piece, but I have this it's got like little pink roses on it. There's 2 prints in there that are the same. One's white background, one's pink background. There's another big piece of this. I'll show you part of the other jelly roll. It's the other jelly roll I didn't even use. I'm talking away and walking away from it. This one might work. I'll keep it in reserve. I wasn't sure for binding just because it has that white chunk on it. It might be okay though. It's not that big. So I think I have enough with these though. I'll keep that one there just in case. Because this is, hang on, I'll check the dimensions for you. It even tells you need binding of blah, blah inches. So, one sec. We'll consult the pattern. Big gross fluffy. We don't want that. Come on. There. Oh, that's got a bump in it. One sec. That's better. Okay, let them sit. I want them to kind of stay firm. So let's consult this. It says binding 120 inches of 2.5 inch strips. So I'm going to have to remember this because for the last, I don't know how many years I've been making my bindings at 2.25. So I got to remember and not mess it up that they're 2.5. Because chances are we'll have a brain fart and just go merrily along thinking they're 2.25 and they're not. Okay, now let's see if I can pin successfully down here. We'll move the camera because for the other ones I was laying them out on the table and pinning. But we'll see how we do this here. Just a sec. It probably will work out okay. But yeah, it's a big long roll and I'm pinning the bejeebers out of it so it doesn't move around. Just in case. I generally err on the side of caution and pin a lot of stuff. Anywho, do you pin, everybody? Oh, thank you very much, Mona. Oh, Maywood fabric. Oh, yeah, I don't know. That's a very good question. I bought jelly rolls 3 years ago and made my mom a little runner out of them, like a brick style one. I think that's on my channel in my quilting playlist. I'm pretty sure. And I bought it from Jordan Fabrics and I cannot. Yeah, and it's all like you can't even see the selvage anymore. It's all cut apart. Yeah, sorry, maybe. It might be. It looks like it might say Kathy. No, nope. Okay. I think this might be the line pretty sweet. If I'm getting it right off the end of this jelly roll. But I can't see any other writing on any of the other jelly rolls, so couldn't tell you. Okay. Oh, yeah. Sorry, Mona, but yeah, thanks anyway. But if you look up pretty sweet, it might come up. But yeah, this is at least 2022, if not before. I don't remember. My mom's had the runner for a while. But for some strange reason, I wound up getting 2 jelly rolls, which is why I made that bag. I thought I did like last year, I think. It's a big shopping bag. It's a Missouri Star pattern, which I bought. And then I wound up using half the pattern and half of Jenny's video, which actually I think came out before the pattern. So I think her video explanation was pretty good, and then I used the pattern for the rest of it, and I like wrote on it and made notes and stuff. So well, that was dumb. Oops. Okay, that's why you don't put your pin doodad. Now where the hell did it go? Okay. Hold on a minute. I tell you all the time, you guys get me as I am. Case in point, right there. Oops. At least I don't fall off my chair like Laura Lynn. She's going to be kind of infamous for that for a long time. Now, I shouldn't have said that because I probably will sometime. Mona says LOL, I drop stuff all the time. Thank you, Mona. She says it's beautiful. I'm very pleased with how it turned out. I like the pattern line. It's so pretty and can be used for almost anything, which is why I made the bag out of it. And I bought enough yardage too for like the backing of my mom's runner. So that's what I made the bag in the inside of the bag with, and a couple pockets and stuff with larger pieces. But all I really had left was enough jelly roll strips for this. There's a few left I haven't used, but they're just going to go probably in my main jelly roll stash, or strips for making strip blocks or whatever. Which is why I just found a piece of white that was adequate enough in size for the backing. And I'm using white 40 weight ortho quilting thread, by the way, if anyone cares about the particulars. I'll see if I can show you the lines on the back. It's not that distinct being white on white, but okay. Hold on one second. Whoops, there's a thread. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that well. Kinda, maybe. Yeah, you can kind of see that. See the herringbone kind of, and there's the borders. You could totally do it a different color. Like I could have quilted with pink or something and it would have really shown up on the back, but that wasn't what my aim was. But if that's what you want to do, if you do something like this, then great. That would look really cool, actually. Okay, I'm just going to do this one that I pinned just now because I'm 5 after 9 and I'm sort of running out of time. Not good there. Oops, just a minute. Come up a little bit here. There. Okay. You don't want to keep y'all for too long. Chores to do. Okay, now the pin's over there on the little table beside me. Here. Whoa, sorry. See? There. Okay. There goes my eye. Two weekends. Well, actually, okay, I lied. Next weekend, not this coming weekend, the weekend following is the long weekend in Canada for Victoria Day. So Monday the 18th is the holiday. We're not doing anything grandiose. Putter around the house, might garden, that kind of thing, depending on the weather, of course. Some people you do that weekend and they go camping. We did that a couple years ago, hold on. Might have been 2023. We went to Deer Lake for camping for the weekend. And that I put in my travel playlist back at that time. I think it was 2-3 years ago. But quite often the long weekend gets to be a bit of a gong show. So sometimes we just stay home anyway. Oh, thanks, Brenda. She says, it is Robert Kaufman. Pretty sweet. Pretty sure enough. Yeah, could be. When I buy Christmas fabric, I generally buy Robert Kaufman. But I don't like follow particular lines or designers or anything necessarily. I just like the fabric or don't like it. You know what I mean? Okay. Now, hang on. Approximate finished size, I probably should tell you that, is 39 by 16 and a half. Hey, Joe, thanks for popping in. She says, have a great day, friends. Getting the garden ready for this weekend. Awesome. We have a garden out in the backyard that's like for bigger stuff, like, put potatoes in and that kind of thing. And usually up on the deck, we have pots with herbs and stuff. And a few, little bedding plants, marigolds and such, just to make it look pretty on the deck. Put a few pots around here and there for the summer. Okay. I'm going to finish sewing this one on and pretty much call it. I'll sew the other green border on the other side off camera and trim it up and put the binding on, and then I'll finish the video and you will see it at some point. When I set that video up, I will also try to remember to link this for the replay. I mean, if people want to see me sew borders on, some people might like it, who knows? Okay, we're almost to the end. And I don't sew all that quickly either. I don't want to go veer off and go all cattywampus and make it look dumb, so I go kind of slow. Okay. One back just to be sure. There. Okay. There's one. All right. Clipping off the back. Okay. Now I got an odd snaggly one there. Whatever. This is mine, and I don't care what the back looks like that much. So, okay, there we go. All right. I'm going to roll that one. I think I'll do it up on the table. It might be easier. Put that there. Tuck it under there just so it doesn't slip around, because this is a slippery table. Okay. There we go. Okay. There you have it for today. Thanks everybody for coming by. I appreciate it. So have a lovely weekend all. Happy quilting. And stay tuned for if I can do live in 2 weeks or not, pending school and my mom and dad's party and any other work I have to do. Okay, see you all around. Thanks for coming. Bye.